computer. And there may be something that comes up on your screen that you have to agree that you know that it's being recorded. What I want to say is that, yes, it is being recorded, but your picture isn't on the recording. It is only my face. So when you talk, you'll be able to hear your voice, but your picture isn't in the recording. And I know some people don't want their face on a recording, but it's only me that will be on the recording. When I get done with class, every single time, I will upload it to the YouTube page. And that YouTube page will be accessible for you for different reasons. One, maybe there's something in class that you want to go over on your own. Go to the YouTube page and rewatch class. Or you can fast forward, rewind, you can move through the time to go to whatever part that you want to see or do again. And so that's a great way to practice on your own time outside of class. Also, let's just say something comes up and you can't come to class, but you want to go to class. So what can you do? You can go to that YouTube page and it's there for you to watch. Okay, Gwen is here. So that YouTube page is a treasure of information. So not only does it have class, it has all my classes since I very first started. Now, if you're ever really wanting to practice, you can watch all the classes. But one of the things I intentionally put there for you is there is a Tai Chi playlist, and that playlist has all the warm-ups and all the moves. There are individual videos, and there are videos that have the whole thing together. So that's a great place for you to use to practice. I'm going to double check with Sam or Samantha to make sure that that is on your Claris tablet, because it used to be, and if you're new to the class, then maybe she needs to just add it to your Claris tablet. But that is a way for you to revisit some of the videos and moves, especially when they're new, you want to practice them. So that is what I do with the recording. And some of the recordings I do on my own time and upload to that Tai Chi playlist. So if you come across anything that you go, I can't find it, or it's not there, I would like for you to do a video, just let me know, because I'm always up for adding things that would be helpful to y'all. Hey, Miss Gwen.
Hi, Jennifer.
I'm so glad you're here.
I was having trouble, and the young lady called me from SOWEGA, and so she helped me through it. And so apparently something is going on with my tablet. They said they're going to have to update it, but I'm here.
Very good. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, that Claris, as much as we love it, sometimes that it glitches on us. I know at one time they were shutting down for no reason, just out of the blue. But I assure you that she will get that straightened out, because the Claris people are great to work with. I love your t-shirt. We're twins. And Leela, don't feel jealous. Don't say, oh, I wish I had one of those t-shirts. How did she get one? I don't have one. Gwen is a repeater of Tai Chi class. She has been through several of my classes, and I hope that speaks to you just how good this is going to be, right?
Okay.
But if you come to 10 classes, you earn a t-shirt.
All right.
And it comes in 3 colors. Gwen is modeling our beautiful coral color. I am modeling our beautiful teal color. And we also have a charcoal gray. Well, it's not really charcoal. It's more like athletic gray. So those are your 3 options in color. if you are like super Tai Chi girl or guy, because we do have guys in class from time to time. If you are super Tai Chi, then and you go to so many different classes and earn all 3 t-shirts, then you can earn a sweatshirt. So your
Okay.
fourth set of 10 weeks, you earn a sweatshirt. And I don't have those to show you because they haven't been printed yet, but I have ordered those. So
Okay.
I don't think we're quite wanting a sweatshirt yet, are we? Is it
No.
still hot at your house? So, but you know, we will get there to where we'll wish that we had a sweatshirt. So, Gwen, did you hear me about the sweatshirt?
Yeah. And I was thinking maybe by the time the 10 weeks is up, it might be cool enough for it.
Yes, absolutely. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to it.
I'm
So
definitely looking forward to it.
I love these shirts. Actually, this morning, look what I did.
I
I
was
cut
gonna
mine off.
say, you did something to that shirt.
I cut it off
I think I'm gonna follow you. I love that.
because I didn't want
Very
to
good.
tuck it in. It looks
Yeah.
sloppy out.
Yeah, it does. It
And I
does.
mean, I wasn't trying to show my belly or anything. I just wanted it cropped off. And so it gave it kind of a stylish look. I left the
It
sides
did.
a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But when I got to the office, I just took it off, put it on the table, and cut the bottom off. And I said, "Whoa, I hope I did that right because I didn't have another shirt."
You did real good. Real good.
So, but anyway, I'm just so glad to get another class started. I see we have another person join, Miss Alice. Miss Alice, I don't know if you have a camera on your device, if you're coming through on your laptop or computer. It could be a Claris, I don't know, but I would love to see your smiling face. I would love to know what you look like.
How do I do that?
I need Sam to come back. Are you on a Claret? Let's see. Are you on a Claris, Miss Alice?
No, I'm on my phone.
Okay. I don't know right now. About
And I hit the camera. So wait, hold on.
if you
Let me
see
see.
a button that says, let's see. Hold on, I can send you a message. Ask to start video. Did something come up on your screen?
It says unable to access camera. It says allow settings. Okay.
Oh, I bet that's what it is. You know how we have to give permission on our phones to access our camera? If you go into settings and set in the Zoom app, you can say allow camera when using this app or something along those lines. Anyway, it's not a big deal today if let's see. How did you come in again? Miss Alice is twinning today. She's come into the class again. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. I'm probably not the person that figures it out. I'm more of a move the mouse around or my finger around and click and try and click and try. I will come here on this virtual platform with absolute ignorance of technology. But what I'm not ignorant about is Tai Chi, and I'm passionate about it. And if you will be patient with me as I try to help you through the technology part, we'll get there. So this is day 1. This is not the day for moving mountains, okay? Moving mountains will come later.
All right.
We just want to breathe. Breathe, y'all, breathe. Miss Gwen, you know I've taken some of the posters down because we're starting all over again. And we're at basic. We're just like Tai Chi is here. We're going to do Tai Chi and breathe in calm, breathe out stress. So we all have stressors that we experience in our lives. We all have things that just kind of get our goat, you know? And if we can pause and breathe for a second, for 10 seconds, for 30 seconds, calm ourselves down, then the stress is a little bit easier to manage. And so in Tai Chi, we learn about diaphragmatic breathing, and that is diaphragmatic breathing is completely filling our lungs with air, completely emptying our lungs with air. The reason why it's called diaphragmatic breathing is when you completely fill your lungs with air. My lungs are here, it fills up with air. My diaphragm that sits over top of my internal organs is pushed down, and my belly kind of pops out. So that's that diaphragmatic breathing. That's why it's called diaphragmatic breathing, because it pushes, filled lungs with air, push that diaphragm down. And if we don't completely fill our lungs with air, then it's not going to engage that diaphragm. And so engaging the diaphragm into our internal organs kind of reminds our internal organs to work. There you are, Miss Alice.
Hello, everybody.
You're here. I'm so glad you figured it out. See, y'all end up being smarter than I am at things. That, or we consult 5-year-olds, because 5-year-olds know technology, right? So we'll talk more about breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, but I do want you to experience breathing through your nose if it's not stopped up. Exhaling through your nose, or even exhaling through your mouth through pursed lips. It kind of looks like you're going to whistle. Like that. That slows down that airflow. It slows down the emptying of your lungs with that air. But breathing in through your nose is key with breathing. So I want you this week, that's your homework. I want you to take moments where you just breathe. My favorite time is when I lay down in my bed. I don't have anything to do. My body's not doing anything else. I'm trying to quiet my mind down to go to sleep, and I spend time breathing. Inhale and exhale through my nose, or exhale through my mouth. So that's your homework this week, is to really consciously breathe.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
What if your body won't let you lay down? Cause I can't lay in the bed.
Well, that's okay. Wherever you are most relaxed.
Okay.
If laying down is not where you relax, then sit in your comfy chair, wherever you relax. What
Okay.
I want you to do is not have anything else going on. Not have your hands busy. I want you to be able to just focus on breathing. You can sit in a chair and focus on breathing. That's just my time to do it, is when I lay down in the bed. So breathing, that doesn't sound like too difficult of homework, does it? To breathe. I want you breathing this week. And for bonus points, which there aren't any points, so don't worry about that, but we'll call them bonus points. For bonus points, catch yourself holding your breath. I'm much better at it now, but I can't tell you how many times I have been busy doing something and realized I was not breathing. I was holding my breath. So catch yourself not breathing. That's bonus points. And then breathe. You'll be amazed at how often you hold your breath. And it's in those moments when you're the busiest. That's what you do. You'll hold your breath, and then suddenly you kind of gasp because you've been holding your breath. So that's your homework this week, is breathe. Bonus points. If you catch yourself not breathing, this is the start of body awareness. Body awareness is a gift that Tai Chi gives us if we are following the principles of Tai Chi. Body awareness. That's one of the great benefits of Tai Chi. Now we're here because of fall prevention. The t-shirt says Tai Chi for fall prevention, seeking balance every day. That's why the government gives me money to do this program, is to help keep you from falling, to help prevent you from falling, to make your muscles stronger so that you hold yourself upright. But there's so many more benefits of Tai Chi than just falls prevention. Body awareness. And body awareness comes from, okay, let's go back to principle. One of the principles of Tai Chi is in body structure, how we hold our bodies. Upright posture is our goal. Okay, so if upright posture is our goal, then we have our shoulders relaxed, because sometimes we pull our shoulders up. Relax those shoulders. Pulling those shoulders up causes tension. It can cause us neck pain, headaches. So relax those shoulders. Once you relax those shoulders, think about your spine. So my shoulders are nice and relaxed, and they're back. You know, they're not pulled forward, they're not pulled up, they're relaxed, and my shoulders are pulled back. Not even pulled back, they're just placed back, because pull sounds like tension, doesn't it? We're in a no tension zone here. So we want really good posture. We want to think about our spine as a string that pulls up to the ceiling and down to the floor. So that's that nice posture. We could carry books or baskets of fruit on our head and it wouldn't fall. That's how good our posture is. And that is one of the principles of body structure with upright posture. That's the way we hold our shoulders and our spine. You even see my chin is kind of up, you know, like it's like I'm proud. I'm standing tall, and this is my body structure. We do that in Tai Chi, but our goal is to go out in the world and always carry ourselves that way so we don't create tension for ourselves. Another part of body structure is putting our feet about shoulder width or hip width apart. Now this right here is subjective, because what I want you to feel is stable. So shoulder and hip width, it may be two different widths based on the way your body is shaped. Your feet may be a little closer together to be shoulder width. It may be a little further apart to be hip width, but then you may feel very stable if you come out a little wider than hip width. So you want to find that stance that is very stable for you. Widening your stance helps you be more stable. If you hold your feet close together and you lock your knees where you're standing, your knees are locked straight and you're up, if somebody comes along and nudges into you, you're more likely to fall over. But if you widen your stance, it's harder to push over. If you widen your stance and give that knee just a slight bend, and we're not squatting here. We're not, squatting down. We're just giving that soft bend to our knee. So it looks like this, soft knee. It looks like I'm standing straight up, right? But if I lock my knees, it looks like this. So from the side, I go from a soft knee to a locked knee. That right there is a little more harmful to that knee joint. So we keep that knee joint soft, a little slight bend. We have our feet shoulder width apart. We have our good posture. Okay. So this is body structure of Tai Chi. So whenever we start our Tai Chi, this is what I'll say. Get in your nice stable stance, good posture, hips or feet hip width apart, slight bend in your knee. These are the reasons why we do it. This is a stable stance. That's what we're going for, to make our bodies stand and move in a stable way. That's body structure. That's just one of our principles. And I'll introduce you to all of our principles. We have 3 main principles with some sub wordings and underneath those: movement control, body structure, and internal. Those are our 3 principles that we follow. And just to show you on the back, it lists our principles on the back. So once you earn your t-shirt, then you'll always have those principles with you. You'll know them by the time you earn your t-shirt. This will be to share with others. So let's start off today thinking about that stable stance, thinking about breathing, and we're going to start going through our warm-ups. We'll do warm-ups every single time. We have 2 warm-ups movements for our neck, 2 warm-up movements for our shoulders, 2 for our hips, 2 for our spine, 2 for our knees, and 2 for our ankles. So we will start off always by walking around. You can walk in place if you're seated. March your feet in place. Tap your toe, tap your heel. Just move your body. Open and close your hands. You can bend and open your elbows. Is it open? Just move. We're just moving. We're getting our bodies warmed up. We never want to start exercise cold. We like to warm up our muscles a little bit. It lessens the chance of injury. And so that is why, is this record? Yeah, is it recording? Please say it is. I'll be so sad. Okay, it is recording. All right, so we're opening, closing our hands, bending our elbows, whether we're walking in place, walking around the room. I don't typically recommend walking backwards. I'm walking forwards and backwards so I can stay in the camera, but walking backwards, I know what's behind me. There's nothing behind me. I can see that on the camera. But walking backwards without a camera, you don't know what's back there. And so that's dangerous because you can fall over something. And in the name of falls prevention, wouldn't that be not a good thing to do your Tai Chi and fall backwards? So I give you that warning to take care of yourself. But the main thing is that we're warming up. We're warming up those muscles. All right, then we're going to start first with our neck. So we get in our stable stance. Think about your posture, that slight bend in your knees, feet shoulder width apart, okay? And so I'm going to turn facing you, and then I'm also going to turn to the side, and so you can see it, what it looks like. Right and left don't matter in the warm-ups. So don't worry if I'm moving my right hand or my left hand, or don't worry about right and left, because it doesn't matter in warm-ups. We will do both. When you get done doing one, change to the other. So right and left do not matter in warm-ups. Right and left do matter in our Tai Chi series of movements, but I will turn around and make it easier for you to follow. I'll show you up front what it looks like, and then I'll turn around so you can follow me. Always know you can interrupt me if you have a question. Always know that. Also, always take care of you. So if you need to take a break, just take a break. Sit and watch. Don't think you have to soldier through if you're like, oh, I can't do anymore. It's wearing me out. You know, this is an exercise program. So take care of you. We're not in competition with each other. You're not trying to keep up with each other. You're not trying to keep up with me. You listen to your body. Okay. I'm going to teach you the things. You do it within your comfort zone. So just know that. Stay in your comfort zone and always know you can ask me questions. Don't wait for me to say, does anybody have any questions? Just say, Jennifer, hey, or lady. I mean, whatever you want to call out. My name is Jennifer. It is up on the screen. So, Miss Alice, I don't think you were here whenever I said it. This is my 8th virtual class that I have taught. So, and I love teaching anywhere. Can't believe I love it virtually. Didn't even know we could connect over the internet. I didn't think that was possible, but it is such a wonderful place to get to know each other. And I'm so glad that we get to do this because y'all, I wouldn't get to know y'all if we didn't have this class. I live in Baxley. I cover 17 counties, but y'all's county isn't one of them. So I wouldn't get to meet you. So I'm thrilled to get to do this and meet y'all here online. I have had my job for, it'll be 23 years this year. So y'all will celebrate with me in October as I have been in Georgia longer than I was in Kentucky. So I'm actually a Kentucky girl, transplanted to Georgia. I'll let y'all know different things about me and y'all can share things with me that y'all are comfortable sharing. But just trust me with this process and know that I'm here to make this a good experience for you.
Okay. I have a question, Miss Jennifer.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, I probably could do the hands and the arms, but the walking
That's
and the
okay.
swimming, that's a problem.
No, it's not a problem. This is just a different way of doing Tai Chi. So as a seated Tai Chi person, you will do the hand movements that you'll just follow me with the hand and head movements, torso movements, follow me with the movements that you're comfortable doing. You don't have to do it standing.
Okay.
What you do as a seated person, you have choices. So you can, okay, let me get my chair. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. I've got everything situated this morning and here is my chair. So let me tell you about your chair. When you do this seated, I want you to do it in a nice, well, I guess it doesn't have to be nice. It can be a rude chair. I think I'm funny, y'all, so just humor me and laugh at me, or laugh with me. But when you sit in a chair, I want it to be stable. I don't want it to be a chair that rocks, a chair that rolls, and you may not have that with you today, and that's okay. But think about it for next class, a stable chair. You can still think about good posture whenever you're in your chair. So I am scooted up in my chair, not enough to where I'm going to flip it. So I'm sitting on my chair. I have my posture, shoulders relaxed, like the string, thinking about my spine. My feet are shoulder width apart. See, all this sounds very familiar, right? So you want to still be in your stable stance, even seated. You don't want to be just in your easy chair, just hanging out, just doing some Tai Chi, just moving, as you will. Support your body with good posture. And like I told you, you take a break whenever you need a break, but this is our goal. If you want to engage your legs, you can do that by pushing those feet into the floor. That helps engage muscle to make those muscles stronger. Do you have to do it while you do the arm movements? No, you can do it later. Just sit here and push those feet into the floor. One exercise you can do is walk back in your chair with your hiney and walk forward in your chair with your hiney. And that helps strengthen muscle. So you can do a lot of movement seated, definitely can do Tai Chi seated. You just do it a little bit differently.
Okay.
Okay, so don't think you're not doing something right, or if you're doing something wrong, this is just a different way of doing Tai Chi. And that's one of the program features of this program, is that it is modifiable. So we modify these movements for you. And if there's ever a movement that I do that you go, whoa, that hurts my knee, or I don't feel comfortable with that, I don't feel safe, whatever your thing is, let me know and I can help you modify it. A lot of the modifications I've already come across because I've taught this class a lot. So I go ahead and share modifications as needed or as it comes up. But if something comes up for you and you need a modification, just let me know, okay? So to start off with our neck. So what we do, we start with our hands to our side. We bring our hands up, palms down, and we stop at shoulder height, right? So we don't go higher. Once you start going higher, you start feeling tension in that shoulder, and we're no tension zone, right? So we go, bring those hands up, stopping at shoulder height. We turn our hands and pull those hands towards us. Then and I'll say chin and chest, right? Because as those hands are pulled towards me, it's right about my chin and chest. Then I'll turn my hands and push away from me. Okay, so I want you to see something. I'm pushed away from me. I have a slight bend in my elbow. I talked about a slight bend in my knee. I have a slight bend in my elbow. What I'm not is locked out. So I'm here, not here. So we never lock our joints. We don't lock our knees. We don't lock our elbows. So we bring that and we push out. Take our hands down, and our eyeballs are going to follow those hands as those hands go down. Now, as your head went down, you should feel a little stretch in the back of your neck. All right, let's do it again. Bring those hands up towards our chin and chest. Push those hands away from us and follow those hands all the way down. One more time. Hands come up, and you see my head came up with it. Pull my hands towards me, push them away from me, and follow those hands all the way down. One more. All right, that's our first neck exercise. Our second neck exercise starts out that same way. Hands come up towards our chin and chest. When we get here, we drop one down to our hip. Notice this hand that I brought to my hip is engaged. What it's not is just flapping around down there. I didn't just drop my hand and let it hang. It's engaged. This hand, what I'm going to do is turn my head as I take that hand to the side. So I'm taking my head and moving it kind of like looking over my shoulder, okay? So I'm following that hand as I look towards that shoulder. Then I'm coming back to the front. When I get back to the front, I'm going to switch my hands. So the other hand's going to come up and this hand's going to my hip. Follow that hand as you look towards your shoulder. Now you'll feel a stretch in your neck. You don't have to go as far as you can go. Just go until you feel a slight stretch. The more you do this movement, the more flexible your neck will be. We are going for range of motion. We want our bodies to be able to move. I want to be able to drive in my car. And if I need to switch lanes, I want to be able to look over my shoulder. That is a daily activity. I don't know what it's called. ADL. I don't know what it is. Daily living. Activity of whatever, y'all. We got to look over our shoulder. And this is how it helps us. There's an official word for it. It's ADL, but I can't think of what it stands for. If y'all know, tell me.
Activities of daily living.
Thank you. Good gracious. I just can't keep all the information going from brain to mouth. That'd just be too much. So we're going for able. Able. We need a t-shirt that says able, because that's something to be proud of. If you're able, that's something to be proud of. All right, so I get a little stuck on this one because it feels so good. My goal is to do 3 on each side or 3 of each movement. And that one I tend to do a little more of because it just feels good. So those 2 were for our neck. Next is for our shoulders. Same stable stance. We're going to roll our shoulders forward. I like to think of my hands on my legs and drawing like tiny little circles. By tiny, I want you to think of a quarter. So in life, we get the message that more is better, bigger is better. You know, we get that message kind of thrown at us. But in Tai Chi, that's not true. In Tai Chi, we do everything small. So now I'm rolling those shoulders back with that same small size of a quarter circle. Kind of feels like a massage you give yourself, doesn't it? So we roll forward and we roll back. Along and along, I'll talk to you about incorporating breath with all of our movements, but I just can't throw everything at y'all at one time. It'll stress y'all out. All right, next for our shoulders, we take our hands and flip them palms up. And we're going to bring those hands up. We're going to stop at shoulder height. We're going to turn our hands and push down. So we bring our hands up, turn and push those hands down. I can tell you about breathing here. Inhale as you come up and exhale as you push down. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Ideally, that inhale is through your nose, and your exhale can go either through your nose or through your mouth through pursed lips. Okay, so that one's for your shoulders. Our next upper body exercise is for our spine. And our spinal exercises involve a ball. So it's an imaginary ball, y'all. This is not, we don't have to hold a ball. But our hands are facing each other. And I always think it looks cool with these t-shirts because if you look at my t-shirt as the guide, I'm holding that ball. Notice my palms are facing each other, okay? In Tai Chi, we work with energy, life energy. And so when our palms face each other, that encourages that energy movement, okay? So our hands facing each other is important. So right here we have our ball. We're going to take that ball for a ride, okay? So we're going to take it to the side. Notice my legs aren't moving. My knees are still pointed forward. My feet are still pointed forward. I just took that ball, turned the top part of my body. This is a spinal stretch, a horizontal spinal stretch. I want you to also notice I stopped just above my knee. What I did not do is I didn't go way over here. I can go way over here, but I didn't. Remember, in Tai Chi, the small movements is what we're going for. We're not going for the big, do the most that we can. Number one, that can hurt me. I can hurt my spine. It can also start pulling on my knee and hurt my knee. So don't think you have to do more and that it's better. So I stop just above that knee. Then I switch my hands and go back to the other knee. Which? So my torso is moving side to side. That's one spinal movement. The other spinal movement stretches our spine vertically. So we start with our ball. The hand that's on top of our ball is going to push down beside us. Notice I still have that soft bend. And the hand that's on bottom is going to come up and push above us. Notice again, soft bend. I'm not straightening out my arms. I keep a soft bend. Let me move my computer up just a little bit so you can see the top of my arm, how my hand is pushing that ceiling up, and this one's pushing towards the floor. Come back to my ball and switch. So now the other hand is pushing up and this hand is pushing down. Stretching that spine. Back to our ball and switch. Stretch that spine. I want you to check yourself. Are you breathing? Or are you holding your breath? It's easy to hold your breath and not even realize. Stretching that spine. I'll tell y'all all kinds of stuff is my favorite, but that just goes to show you how much I love Tai Chi. But I love this stretch. I love, you get up in the morning and stretch that spine. I like to inhale as I come to the ball and exhale as I separate those hands. And it makes me feel like I can kind of stretch just a little bit more whenever I exhale on the push. All right. So those are our 3 upper body warm-up stretch movements. We did 2 for our neck, 2 for our shoulders, and 2 for our spine. Do you have any questions? Don't worry if you feel a little bit awkward. You're going to feel awkward for all 16 weeks, quite possibly. That's just the nature of it. We don't typically move like this, so it's new ways of movements, and it just feels awkward. It's learning things you've never learned before, so be patient with yourself if you feel awkward. Dr. Lamb is the one who wrote this program. He is a medical doctor and a Tai Chi master. He knows what he's doing, and we're in good hands with his movements. So just trust the process. Now we're going to go to our lower body. Now, it's a little bit different if you're seated, but when you're standing, we're in our stable stance again. We're going to start with our hip movements. We're going to shift our weight to one leg. The other leg, we're going to place the heel forward. All right. So that was a big time trust movement, wasn't it? I mean, I had my weight on one foot, and whenever I started to pick this other foot up, you know, it kind of went through my mind, can we do this? Can we move that foot? Are we okay with our weight just on one leg? You know, that is balance at its finest. When you can put your weight on one leg and move the other, that is balance at its finest. That's our goal. If you're not there yet, grab a chair, grab a wall, grab a table, something that's very stable that you can't push over. Hold on to it while you shift the weight. Place that heel forward. Place that heel in the middle, and then tap your toe back. And you notice I tapped my toe at an angle. I didn't go straight back. That keeps me more stable. Shift the weight, heel forward, pause in the middle, and toe back. If you're seated, you're going to place your heel out forward, and then you're going to come to your seated position. You're not going to put your toe back if you're seated. If you do, that increases your chance of falling out your chair, and that goes against what we're trying to do. So if you're seated, push one foot into the floor. That's the same as when we shift the weight to one leg. Place that heel forward, and then bring it back to seated position. Don't do this. If you're standing and you're not needing a chair, wall, table to help you balance, there is a hand movement to this. So we shift our weight to one leg. When that heel is forward, our hands are back. That's a counterbalance. It's also a cross-lateral movement, which I'll talk more about. Come back to center. Your hands come to your sides. And when I place that toe back into the side, my hands come up. No higher than our shoulder. Come back to center. Switch legs. Heel forward, hands back. Pause in the middle. And toe back, hands forward. Notice my body stays upright the whole time. I'm not leaning. Leaning is falling. So our goal is to stay upright in our Tai Chi movements. Our goal is to stay upright throughout our day, not just in Tai Chi class. Shift the weight, heel forward, hands back, pause in the middle, and toe back, hands forward. All right, so this is a challenging movement because these are our weight-bearing joints. And so this is just the difficult process of getting stronger. So whatever it takes for you to do, if you're at seated level, fine. Push those feet into the floor to engage those muscles. If you're having to hold on to a chair, hold on to a chair. If you're able to move those feet and hold on to the chair, great. If you don't feel comfortable or safe moving that foot off the floor, then simply shift the weight to one leg and leave the other leg on the floor, even though there's no weight there. Then shift, even though there's no weight there. You're getting the practice of weight transfer. And weight transfer is a principle under our body structure. Weight transfer is the key to falls prevention. So take this weight transfer very seriously at whatever level you are. Weight transfer is going to be your safety net and what keeps you from falling. Is because you are making your muscles act as stabilizers. And we know stabilizers help us be stable, and we will be less likely to fall. Okay, so weight transfer. The other hip warm-up, stretch, and movement, we shift the weight to one leg, and we tap the other foot out, bring it back, shift, lift, and tap. The hand movement is this. We We stack our hands. Our palms are going to go in the same direction. So when we weight shift, we push here. Notice I stopped at my frame. I didn't go way over here. That would make me start leaning. And when I shift the weight this way, then my palms face the same way and I shift. All right, so here we have shift, lift and tap, bring it back, switch, shift, lift and tap. Okay, side to side. All right, I am going to show you the knee exercises. You don't have to practice them today. I don't want you to rush through them. We're at 10:55 and we need to do our cool downs, but I want to at least introduce those to you. Here's what the knee exercises look like. We make a soft fist. Anytime we make a fist in Tai Chi, it's a soft fist. We don't ever squeeze our hands. That would hurt our joints, and we're here to protect our joints. So I have my fist down here by my hips. I'm going to shift to one leg, lift, tap and punch. Bring it back. You see how much balance this takes, right? So we're progressively getting a little more challenging, and that's okay. When we challenge ourselves, we get stronger. It takes time, and we're here for it. But that is the first knee exercise. The other knee exercise, I step out, shift forward as I punch, bring the weight back. My back foot stays flat on the floor, shift, step, shift and punch, bring it back. Side by side, shift, step, shift and punch, bring it back, side by side. That's our second knee exercise. Our last joint that we warm up is our ankles. So there's no arm movements for this one. We shift to one leg and we rock that foot, heel toe, heel toe. We take these ankle joints for granted, I think, because they're so far away from our eyes. But it is important with falls prevention to have nice flexible joints of our ankle. Shift and heel toe the other foot. You can do this when you're seated, just getting circulation in your legs. All right, now big toe, little toe. Or I think it's funny when they call it corn and bunion, side to side. And the other foot, shift, little toe, big toe, side to side. Those are our warm-ups that we'll do every time. As we progress and learn these movements, it will take us less time and we'll be able to spend more time learning our movements. So to cool down, we always give ourselves a nice fist massage. Our legs, just don't hit yourself too hard. Just a nice little fist massage. Bring those knees up as you just punch with your fist. Then what I want you to do is intentionally create tension and let it go. Intentionally create tension. Let it go. Tense, relax. Tense, relax. Big shoulder circle like we did before. Up and push down. Up and down. Up and down. And we end each class this way. We take our right fist. This represents our strength. We take our left hand, our fingers are all up, and that represents our friendship. We take our thumb and bring it in. that represents our humility. So we have strength, friendship, and humility. We put those together like this. And in mutual respect, we say namaste. And namaste is just a beautiful word that means everything in me respects everything in you. And it doesn't matter how different we are, we can still be respectful of each other. And I just think that's beautiful. So with our strength, friendship, and humility, good gracious, the siren's going down this highway, y'all. Say a little prayer for whatever's going on. But anyway, this is a great beginning. I love this class. I hope that you feel that energy even over the internet, all the way from Baxley. We'll do it again next week. Remember, I'm going to upload this to YouTube so you can rewatch it. And then come join me next week. If you have any questions, we'll get them covered then, okay?
Okay, next time I'm gonna try to do all this on my walker.
All right, I like it. Good deal, Miss Leela. But I'm here for y'all. I love y'all, and I will see y'all in a week, okay?
Okay, nice
right.
meeting you.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Great week.